Alright, well, I've got this spot here on my door jamb, the convertible beat up bug here that is pretty nasty. It was really thick, full of body filler. Here, let me take you off the stand and show you. So if you look here, this part's all decent, nice, solid metal, no rust. No deep rust anyway, until you get to right in this center, and it looks like there was probably an accident. Somebody pulled out the dents and didn't spend the time on it, and then put lots of body filler, like probably 1/2 inch thick in some spots. So I could buy the entire panel, but for the most part it's so straight on the body and everything like that that I'm just working on replacing the lower part. I probably will replace some of the surface paneling here, but when I'm done with it, it'll be fine. But I'm working on this little section here where the main dents are, so I've started to cut it out here. So that's what I'm working on. I'll show you the piece that I fabricated for it. Took some sheet metal here, some excess sheet metal that I had from another part, and see here, so I built this piece here, just went in the vise and did a nice bend that's the exact same dimensions as the ones right in here, and so this piece is gonna go right in there. And so let me finish cutting this thing out here. I'm just using my Dremel tool to make sure I get it nice and precise, and then when that's done, we'll clean it up. So, yeah. Nice Harbor Freight. Gotta get a better Dremel. Okay, I think we got most of it. Let's see if any of this will pop out. It's ready to pop out now. A couple spots maybe to cut. And there is the backing in there. I'm just not sure how welded on it is. There might be some spot welds on this support bracket back here, so that could possibly be a problem. Right down below here, there's no bracket against it right here, but right here it's fine. But up in the section up here, it's got some brackets in there. So anyway, there it is. One spot right at the top. Nice, look at that nice beautiful rust. Isn't it so nice? Oh nice, that's rust. The bit's broken on the Dremel. There we go. So this piece in here, there's another piece here that I'll have to internally weld, but I'll clean that rust up. Anyway, this is the bracket that supports the hinge or the strike plates, and I want to make sure that that's back in there. It feels nice and solid, so at least I know that it's just surface rust. But I'll have to straighten that out. So anyway, let me clean this up and we'll get the next step. All right, so the inside piece, this is two pieces, this one and this one. These were all bent up in there. So someone, when they fixed the door, didn't do a whole lot about it. So if you look down in here, you can see the two pieces. My clamp and the dolly are covering it, but those two pieces right there were so bent out. They weren't even really welded in there. They were just bent to crap. And so I banged it out with this guy here and a hammer. And now I've got them clamped together, so I'm going to probably just tack weld it so that it stays together, clean up the rust, and then kind of shape it back. This is going to give the proper reinforcement behind here for this little guy here, which all this upper spot, you know, from here down to about right here is in great shape. It was this whole section was all bent out. I'm flipping you off, sorry about that. So anyway, we'll clean the rust up, and then that will give a good reinforcement when I put this bracket back in. And you can see when I was bending this piece out, it kind of just bent this out a little bit, so I'll shape this back out. But anyway, it's gonna contour this all back where it's supposed to be. See, I don't know if that's going to be enough to hold it. Woo! Got a little fire there. Okay, so I got that welded. Let's see if it works. Okay, so I just tack welded it there, but let's look inside here. I took the bracket off. So if you see down in there, you know, it still could be a little bit banged out, but you should see what it looked like. I'll try to post some other pictures, but yeah, I'll hammer and dolly that out a little bit better, but at least it gives me a reinforcement. Don't weld next to a plastic covering. Anyway, so that should give me enough to play around with. Alright, if you can kind of see here, let's see if I can zoom in. This piece here is going to look a whole lot a heck better. I just got some magnets here holding it, but it's gonna, you know, you can see it has a nice perfect reveal. This is sticking out a little bit here and here. That's because I have this piece overhung a little bit. I'm gonna have to take a Sharpie and kind of go behind the back. Hey, shout out to Sharpie. How's it going, Sharpie? So to get that perfectly even, but as you can see, the contour of the jamb goes down here and around. So this metal's perfect, this metal's perfect, but it took all that crapple out of there. So I think it's going to be a whole lot better once I weld this in there and grind it down, and then maybe some body filler for some of these little spots. I was going to replace the skin possibly anyway, so yeah, probably have to get to welding that thing up. Alright, I forgot to turn the camera on. I was too preoccupied trying to figure out how to ground this, so I made a magnet to ground my clamp to. But anyway, I forgot to turn the camera on, but I spot welded this or tack welded this in. But as you can see how the jam nicely flows. So I'll clean this up. But boy, what a difference having this whole new piece in there. So I'll clean this up real quick. Maybe I'll get a last part of the video on there. Alright, well, by no means am I done, but I just wanted to grind down some of these welds just to kind of see how it plays out. But you know, the reveal's nice, so I'll weld up the rest of it, but at least we know that it's all nice in one piece. So alright, well, I think I'm done for the day, but it's not perfect, but it's the perfect shape. Though if you rewind the camera and look back at what it used to be and now how this solid piece is in there, I will play around with some of the spot welds and make sure everything's all squared away. Thanks for watching.